Authorities stealing pass armed robbery. Now small man went thief be thief, while big man went steal, they'll say that mismanagement or embezzlement. Authorities stealing. The presiding judge of the Court of Appeal, Sokoto Division, Justice Mohammed Lawa, has urged Nigerian anti-graft agencies to prioritize going after highly corrupt persons and not just only street or young fraudsters, popularly known as Yahoo boys. He also said that part of the problems facing fighting corruption in Nigeria are judges who grant ex parte orders to protect highly placed individuals against prosecution from anti-graft agencies. And I must add, senior lawyers, because if lawyer no file application, judge no go grant them. Just imagine some of these few cases. The list is endless though. A high court sitting in Edo State presided over by Justice A.T. Momodu granted an interim injunction order restraining the police from inviting, arresting or detaining 68 former political associates of former governor of the state, Godwin Obaseki, who include political associate appointees and local government chairmen and others. 68. Another Kano State High Court sitting at Audu Bako Secretariat has granted an interim order restraining the EFCC from arresting, detaining, harassing, intimidating or inviting the former presidential candidate of the MPP, Alhaji Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and 7 others. In 2023, a federal high court sitting in Kano and presided over by Honorable Justice Lima restrained the Kano Public Complaint and Anti-Corruption Commission and other security operatives from harassing, arresting, inviting or detaining former governor of the state, Alhaji Ganduje, and his family members or any appointee who served in his administration. All of them covered by the cloak of law. In the same 2023, a federal high court sitting in Guzo, Zamfara, presided over by Justice Aliyu, restrained the EFCC from further inviting, arresting, or detaining present or past officials of the state Zamfara state government, including the former governor, Alhaji Bello Matawali, who is the current Minister for Defense, with respect to how 70 billion naira meant for security vote traveling allowance were spent by his administration. So imagine if all of this court, they restrain EFCC, how will they now do their work? Meanwhile, in Lagos here, Justice Alexander Awoye of the Federal High Court, sitting in Lagos, dismissed a fundamental rights suit instituted by Bobrisky on the ground that Bobrisky's claim of encroachment on his fundamental rights lacked no credible evidence to justify his relief. Anyway, and a poor man, However, we must also say that the same EFCC has revealed in court document how Godwin Emefiele allegedly used 3 companies to pay 2.2 billion naira to purchase an estate containing 753 duplexes on Lokogoma district in Abuja, an estate that is the size of a village. And we don't even want to talk of the Ziani's owners. That one, they say she allegedly emptied the treasury as Minister for Petroleum. That one case today. Also, in Lagos, at least all these ones are gains. The presiding judge of Lagos Special Offences Court, Justice Monshola Dada, issued a bench warrant against the former managing director of AMCOR, Ahmed Kuru, over alleged 76 billion naira and $31.5 million of fraud for failing to appear before the court for his arraignment by EFCC. Some people who passed the law sha. Again, the EFCC arrested Wabote, the former executive secretary of Nigerian Content and Development Monitoring Board, aka Local Content, over allegations of 35 million fraud linked to the Fade Brass project in Bayelsa State. The former managing director of Atlantic International Refinery, Akintoye Adioye Akindele, is also facing charges of money laundering, misappropriation, and diversion of public funds, as under the same Wabote, the Local Content Board had reportedly provided counterpart funding of $35 million to support development of an energy infrastructure in Okwama in Brass, only for them to just release the money and then the money just vanished, they just work. So the matter is still there. The same EFCC arraigned a former governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, before Justice Mariam Aneni of the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Maitama on 16-count charges bordering on criminal breach of trust and money laundering to the tune of 110.4 billion. At least we know that one. Also, the ICPC has intercepted $300,000 student ICT fund in suspicious various accounts. Also, a top police source as the first CID revealed that Pastor Idowu of HICC, also popularly known as the Next Level Prayer Conference pastor, was arrested by the police and later released over probe of alleged real estate fund and money laundering amounting to 1.5 billion. Meanwhile, in the UK, a Nigerian pastor, Toby Adegboyega, whose church was shut down over an alleged fraud and misuse of church fund amounting to 1.8 million pounds, has lost his fight against deportation to Nigeria and separated from his family, who are British citizens, despite claiming it was a breach of his human rights. The list is endless. I not even want to talk of the plenty other political tiffing that is going on now when nobody or EFCC don't see or smell until the people leave office. Well, EFCC, I give una hand, una dey try. But I want also just take style tell una say, una enter Ganduje Matana or Matawale or some wike, even Akpabio yourself, una your sister see open their final. After all, I be they look for them when they never did this government. Or make una even try investigate the NNPC and the refineries, when go work today and close tomorrow like Ogbanje. Or, una fit just invite some people when they government now, After all, when Ribadu was chairman of EFCC, told us that the current president and his fellow governors were allegedly, corrupt. Don't be me talking. Meanwhile, after all of this plenty stealing, go to our airport, which is the gateway to this country. See our NDLA officials and custom officials are using their hands to search people's bag, right in front of scanner and begging people for last or small change. As even the police at the car park, those one of them was pass, have been turned to beggars in their own country as politicians don't steal, both the present money and the future of their children in a rich oil country, Nigeria. Well, the list is endless. We still have a very long way to go. So I will therefore advocate, while I salute the effort, courage, and dedication of EFCC and other anti-graft agencies at fighting corruption, because I must tell you the truth, it's not easy to fight corruption, especially for Nigeria. But I dare say that government must show courage and plug, a lot of loopholes in public offices and make it a near impossibility to steal government funds. Otherwise, we'll continue to see appointment into political position as opportunity to avoid poverty. You see how some people are crying now that they work for Tinubu's re-election and the man no settle them with an appointment. They are complaining that people ain't no work, now they give appointment. I didn't mention anybody's name. Also, the government must encourage EFCC to fight religious and political corruption with the same vigor and strength we are all using to fight Yahoo boys without any sacred cow. Until then, we will continue to take 10 steps forward and 100 steps backward in our effort to stamp out corruption from our national life. Not be me talking. It is prevalent and the world is watching us.